I have wanted to host a pizza making party for so long, so I was incredibly excited to see that Argos now stocks the Ooni Pizza Oven range, and immediately I had to call the girls up so we could put this together, and I absolutely loved it, and I'm going to walk you through everything that I did on the night. Okay, so let's get into it. Honestly, this is such a great idea for your next girls' night in, and I love the ease of everything, especially because I really didn't need to cook because it was a pizza making party. Now, because we were going to be using a lot of ingredients, I wanted to create a tablescape that played on this, and this was so much fun for me, and I love how it turned out, and I also love the way it smelled because I chose to use some fresh herbs as part of the centerpiece. So I had some basil, I had some coriander, which is also known as cilantro, and then I also had some parsley, and I love the way this turned out. I literally just inserted them into these urns that I had, some ceramic ones and some glass ones, and I love this idea because I didn't need to go to the flower market or use florals for the tablescape. I feel like the whole theme of this dinner party or this girls' night in is just ease. So I went ahead and laid these down in the middle of the table. I love working in odd numbers when it comes to putting things on a tablescape, and I don't know what the science is behind it, but it just works easier on the eye. Then I wanted some greenery on the table itself because I wasn't using a tablecloth or a runner, so I went in with some curly kale. You can also use moss for this if you want, but I knew the kale would kind of hold up for the whole night, and honestly, even up until the next day. And then I went in with some eggplant, I went in with some artichokes and some heirloom tomatoes. I love the way this was starting to look, especially having the different colors, some yellows, some oranges, and even the greens. And I just wanted to go around and stagger this all throughout the table. The goal is to make sure on both sides it looks pleasing to the eye. Then I went in with some charger plates. I wanted to keep everything else on the table quite neutral, and my glassware, instead of having one for red wine and one for white, I just went in with a wine glass and a water glass because it felt like a summer evening tablescape. If I had a garden, this would kind of be al fresco dining, so I wanted it to be as reflective of that as possible. So this is how it was looking at this point, and honestly, I really loved it. I put down my cutlery, and another great hack is making sure you kind of just gather all the cutlery you need and group it together, count it out, and then lay it on the table. Then I went in with these plates, which remind me of kind of being somewhere in Italy or the south of France, and I thought it was a perfect fit for this evening, and the detail on the plates to me work quite well with the greenery that I have on the tablescape. And you just want to make sure you're laying everything down kind of as evenly as possible. Like whatever you've done for one plate, try to replicate it across the board, and that's how you have a tablescape that looks pleasing to the eye. Then it was on to the main character of the evening, right? So I went for the Ooni Fyra 12. This uses wood pellets, and I love the idea of being able to infuse flavor through the cooking method itself. I think because it uses wood pellets, you're gonna get that flavor infused into whatever you make in there, so I absolutely love that. Then it was time to set up some drinks, so I just topped up some ice in the wine bucket because honestly it was so warm that day and I was parched. Okay, so then for the pizza making station itself, I decided to put everything in these little white bowls, and I love this because it felt like the ladies were kind of in a cute pizzeria, again, somewhere in the countryside or in the suburbs in another country, and I just love the feel and the vibe of that. So I chopped up a few ingredients that I thought people might like. I did some peppers, bell peppers, then I did some chili peppers as well, some mushrooms, some cherry tomatoes, some chicken sausage, some pepperoni, some ham. You get the gist. I had a little bit of everything, and I had some pineapple because I know pineapple gets hate for pizza, but honestly, I love a good pineapple on my pizza. Let me know if you are a pineapple lover when it comes to pizza. And then I went in with some cheese, a variety of cheese, and some fresh chili, and just a few little garnishes that I thought the ladies would enjoy using, and some honey as well in case anyone was clever enough to try and make some kind of hot honey vibes going on. And yeah, I just love this layout. And this was it when it was all done. It was time to welcome everyone in. And I added some more cheese because I realized I didn't have enough. But I love the selection and I love how everything was laid out. And everyone was so excited to see everything. And I knew we were all smiles and giggles at this point, but I also knew it was going to get really competitive. I could see signs of that already, but it was okay. Then I served up some starters to give everyone some energy. It was really simple. I just did calamari with some rocket on the side and a spicy mayo. I also served up some olives in this gorgeous olive bowl that I ordered from Argos as well. And I made a side salad for the pizza because I knew we were going to get quite full quite quickly because there was quite a few pizzas to try. How cute was my pizza peel that I also got from Argos? Now the ladies were getting in their competitive mode. It was time to wash our hands and get stuck in. Now, this was pizza number 1. It was cute. It was cute, but it was super spicy. The pizza that I believe won, even though I should kind of be impartial, was the pizza we just saw on the screen. It tasted so good. The ladies clearly knew what they were doing, and I just loved the feel of being able to use an actual pizza oven. This was pizza number 3. It was okay. But we're back to pizza number 2, which is the one you can see on the screen, because honestly, it was the best one out of the night. But everything had such great flavor because of the wood pellets. I personally believe that we use in the Ooni Fyra, and this is the pizza that won. You can see they garnished it with a bit of rocket on top. Like, how good does it look? It tasted so good. This was pizza number 1 again, and yeah, it tasted good. But I will still say that this was the pizza that tasted the best out of everything. But we had such a great time, and I think this is such a great idea for whenever you're hosting a girls' night in to keep in with the theme. I went in to make some tiramisu, and this was so lovely to serve up at the end of the night, and everyone loved it. Now, I couldn't get enough of using this pizza oven, so the next morning I wanted to try making a kind of dessert pizza flatbread situation with puff pastry and some peaches. It's the season to just still be able to use as much stone fruit as you possibly can. So I wanted to get tucked in, and you can have this for breakfast, but you can also serve it up for dessert with a scoop of ice cream. And I just wanted to give it a go, like once everyone was gone, and just have a moment to myself. So I got some puff pastry, phyllo pastry, and I brushed it with some butter, put the peaches in the middle, and there we are. Like, it just looked so good once it was done. I'm still working on learning how to use it properly, so it's stone baked and not burnt, but yeah, it was great. But yeah, hopefully you can put together a fun and lovely activity like this for you and your loved ones, because honestly, being able to create the memories with the people you love is just unmatched, and to be able to do it with minimal cooking time, I thoroughly appreciate that. So thank you, Argos.